witnessing is not governance, it is occupation. Not democracy, but autocracy.
Women protesting in the streets of Port Harcourt against the continued suspension of the elected governor Fubara, his deputy and House of Assembly members. They made some demands to Tinubu. We'll see that in a moment. This protest is very important because the sole administrator, Ikot Ete Abbas, has completely left his mandate of securing Rivers State, maintaining law and order. He has moved into politics. He sacked all the political appointees made by Governor Fubara. He is now appointing political appointees. So it should rattle anyone interested in politics or governance in Rivers State. It's very dangerous that an unelected person is making political decisions on behalf of Rivers people without receiving the mandate from Rivers people. Think of it like someone spending your money without you knowing about it, without getting the authority from you. Can your bank spend your money without first informing you that they want to make this transfer on your behalf? No, it's not possible. So think of the wider implications of what is going on here. He wasn't elected by anyone. Who do you think he's going to be loyal to? Yes, he must be loyal to the person that appointed him. These women are very organized, which might mean that they have backers. Not that there is anything wrong in that, but for any person that calls himself a Rivers person, don't feel that this doesn't concern you. The decisions that this man will make in Rivers State will definitely affect all Rivers residents. So don't feel, it's not my business, let politicians deal with politics. No, you must make sure you lend your voice. Even if you can't come out to protest, don't just feel that it doesn't concern you. Yes, this is your state. What they are doing in Rivers State affects everyone, just like what is going on in Nigeria. The people that voted for Tinubu, the people that didn't vote for him, the people that didn't even bother to come out to vote, everyone is suffering. Everyone goes to the same market. Everyone is experiencing the same massive inflation. Everything is happening to everyone. So there's nothing like it won't affect me. It's not my business. By now, people must have understood how government policies can render them useless. It can send you back to the village. A few bad policies of the government can make you lose millions of naira and your entire savings. In summary, this protest doesn't represent the population of Rivers people. In fact, it's not even up to half of the population of a local government area, not to talk of Port Harcourt Township and surrounding areas. So people should do what? Make sure they lend their voice. It seems outsiders are the ones fighting for Rivers people. Why is that? Are they under any spell?
We call on civil society organizations, human rights groups, and international community to speak out against this assault on democracy. There is no credible security threat in Rivers State to justify this state of emergency. The narrative being peddled is entirely fictitious, crafted to validate a political takeover.
11 PDP governors just filed a case at the Supreme Court. They listed many things they will interpret in the Constitution and determine the powers of Tinubu to suspend Fubara and House members. Let's see what the Supreme Court will conjure this time around, because going by the actions so far taken by Tinubu and even the so-called sole administrator, they are all in violation of the Supreme Court judgment. Will they not use this opportunity to reassert their authority? They are an independent arm of government. They are supposed to show that independence and interpret the Nigerian law to the letter, the way it's supposed to be, not minding whose ox is God. Let's hope they will not rely on technicality, like saying that all the PDP governors do not have local standard to bring such a case to court. But reasonably they have the local standard, because who knows, he might wake up one day and declare a state of emergency in any state. Yes. So the Supreme Court must not miss this massive opportunity that has presented itself to reprimand the authorities, because obviously they've overstepped their bounds. What goes around comes around. They don't seem to understand this. Take for instance what happened in Imo State recently. But before that, how Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma came to power in his first term. He finished 4th in that election, and somehow the Supreme Court justices found a way to conjure and make him the winner of the election. Now the same man they put in office, like they put Tinubu in office, is refusing to abide by their own rules. The person he appointed as the Chief Justice of Imo State was not recommended by the NJC. He abandoned the person they recommended and swore him into office. Also, someone challenged the actions of the governor in court in Imo State, but immediately the new Chief Justice came to power, he transferred the judge that was handling the case. He also transferred the case to another court. So you can see the judiciary is busy building dictators in Nigeria, instead of making sure that our laws are upheld to the letter so that democracy can thrive in Nigeria. Also, it is commendable that the NBA has cancelled the annual NBA conference that was supposed to be held in Port Harcourt. They have now moved it to Enugu. This wouldn't have happened under the past NBA leadership. It's a form of protest against what is going on in Rivers State. NBA cannot be holding a conference when someone that is illegal is holding office in the same state. So the more people talk about this, the more people mount pressure on the system, the more they will yield to our demands. That's how democracy should work. Not just democracy, even dictators. The more the people resist and stand their ground, the more they apply pressure until something gives. How many are there? They can never defeat the people, especially people that are committed to a common cause. People that know that this is a life and death matter, that if they let go, then it's like a death sentence on all of them. Now, let's hear the demands of these women.
Call for the restoration of democratic leadership. We, the women of Rivers State, gathered under the banner of justice and democracy, express our deep concern and total rejection of the recent declaration of state of emergency in our beloved state. This imposition is not driven by any genuine threat to national security, but is clearly a politically motivated maneuver aimed at subjugating our people and undermining our constitutional democracy. The overreach of the sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired, is a glaring indicator of this political conquest. His actions, which go far beyond the limited powers of a placeholder, betray the impartiality expected of his office and reveal the real intention behind this emergency rule. A calculated power grab under the guise of national interest. We find it utterly confounding that the federal authorities in Abuja, relying on conjecture and manufactured narratives, would choose to descend with the full weight of force on Rivers State, deploying a sledgehammer to kill a fly, while ignoring the dire security emergencies ravaging other states like Borno, Yobe, Zamfara, Kaduna, Plateau, and Benue. In these states, terrorists have overrun entire communities, taking control of local governments and brutally murdered thousands of innocent citizens. Yet, no such declaration of emergency has been made. If the National Assembly intentions was truly to prevent a breakdown of law and order in Rivers State, a state that has remained relatively peaceful and no fatal incidents, why has it failed to take even more decisive actions in states where chaos and bloodshed are daily occurrences? The unconstitutional and provocative actions of the sole administrator further expose the underlying political agenda at play. What are we witnessing is not governance, it is occupation. Not democracy, but autocracy. Today, Rivers people, especially women, are outraged by what is fast becoming a dual system of laws in Nigeria. One for which states another unjust and repressive for Rivers people. We reject this blatant political invasion and the imposition of emergency rule in its entirety. Accordingly, we made the following demands. 1. We appeal to the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as mothers and wives, to immediately reinstate all democratic institutions in Rivers State, including the return of our dear duly elected governor, His Excellency Amoku Senebo, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSSR, our restorer and our great leader. We demand an end to this unconstitutional military rule in Rivers State, marked as a state of emergency. It is unjustified, uncalled for, and unacceptable by Rivers women.